All right, listeners, buckle up. Today, we're diving headfirst into the wild world of Solana meme coins.
That's right. We're talking tokens with names that sound like they were invented by, well,
Let's just say creative mind.
yeah, creative minds. And we're going to unpack how these tokens are minting millionaires practically overnight.
It's true. But before you even think about throwing your life savings at the next Doge moon or whatever catches your eye.
We got to get you prepped.
Exactly. And lucky for us, we've got a secret weapon, this multi-part guide called, get this, Introduction to Trading Solana Meme Coins.
Catchy, right?
Definitely piqued my interest. But here's the kicker. It's written by the ever-so-mysterious Arcanessa.
Adding a little intrigue to the mix.
Love it. Now, I gotta say, for something that promises to unlock the secrets of, let's be honest, degenerate riches,
Just a tad.
it's surprisingly beginner-friendly.
That's the goal, right? No need to scare away the newbies before they even get started. We've all been there.
For real. And it doesn't assume you're already, like, fluent in rug pull and DeFi voodoo. It literally walks you through the very first step,
Which is,
grabbing yourself some Solana, of course.
gotta start with the basics.
But then it gets into the good stuff, like how to actually store those precious SOL so you don't become,
a cautionary tale.
exactly, a cautionary tale on those meme coin subreddits.
Because those stories, they're out there.
Oh, they are, and they're not pretty. So that brings us to the topic of today's deep dive.
Choosing the right Solana wallet. Your digital fortress in this wild west of trading.
Okay, so I'm already familiar with the usual suspects, Phantom, Solflare,
Classics.
but here's where I need your expert guidance. How does the choice of wallet actually make a difference, specifically for meme coin trading?
You're already thinking like a seasoned trader. It's a great question. See, most people don't realize that not all wallets are created equal,
Right.
especially when it comes to speed, fees, and which tokens they actually support.
So it's more than just a pretty interface.
Way more. Think of it like this. You wouldn't show up to a Formula One race with a minivan, would you?
I mean, I might, but it wouldn't be my first choice.
Exactly. You need a wallet that can keep up with the breakneck pace of meme coin trading.
So we're talking need for speed here.
100%. Some wallets, they've got those faster transaction processing times.
Which is crucial when you're trying to buy a token.
In its first few minutes, sometimes seconds of existence.
Right, milliseconds can mean the difference between...
A yacht and a cardboard box.
Exactly. Okay, so speed's important. What else?
Fees, my friend. Every transaction on the Solana network, it comes with a small fee.
Right, gas fees.
Exactly. But some wallets, they might offer slightly lower fees than others, or even have, like, partnerships with certain decentralized exchanges.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
DX. The digital marketplaces where all the meme coin magic happens.
The meme coin mosh pit, if you will.
Love it. Now, I've heard whispers that not all DXs are created equal when it comes to meme coins.
You've been doing your homework.
Some are more like exclusive country clubs, while others are the crowded, anything-goes bazaars of the crypto world.
And your wallet, it can actually determine which of these digital bazaars you have access to. Some wallets might only integrate with a handful of DXs, while others might give you access to a wider range, including those more likely to list the, shall we say, more experimental, the ones that tend to make the biggest waves in the meme coin world.
Right, because you don't want to miss out on the next big thing just because your wallet's like, sorry, I don't recognize that token address.
Precisely. That's like showing up to a potluck with only a spoon when everyone else brought their A game.
Ouch. Rookie mistake.
Big time. So remember, choosing the right Solana wallet, it's step one, the foundation of our meme coin trading toolkit.
It's like before you go on a treasure hunt, you got to make sure you have the right map and a sturdy pair of boots.
And maybe a compass that actually points north.
Exactly. So we've got our wallets all set up. But how do we actually find these elusive, potentially life-changing tokens?
Now you're asking the right questions. It's not like they're just listed on your average stock exchange.
Yeah, it's not like I can just scroll through my E-Trade account and
Yeah.
find a meme coin mutual fund to invest in, right?
If only it were that easy.
Right. So, spill the tea. How do we find these tokens before they're lighting up the Twitter sphere?
Well, you're in luck because Arcanessa, our mysterious guide, has got us covered. Remember those Bloomberg terminals for meme coins we were talking about?
All right, Dex Screener and Dex Tools, right. Those were the ones. I actually already have them bookmarked. I was messing around with them earlier.
Smart move. You're ahead of the game. Those platforms, they're about to become your best friends. Think of it like, it's like having a backstage pass to the meme coin mosh pit. You're seeing all the action up close and personal, the new token launches, the trading activity, the works.
Okay, that sounds exciting and slightly terrifying at the same time.
It's a rush, that's for sure. But don't worry, you don't need to be a Wall Street wizard to decipher what you're seeing.
Okay, good, because I left my wizard hat at home.
The guide actually breaks down how to use these platforms effectively, even if you're just starting out.
That's a relief, because when I first opened Dex Screener, I'll be honest, it was a little overwhelming. A sea of numbers and flashing charts.
Oh, for sure. It can be a bit much. It's like drinking from a fire hose of data. But that's where those custom filters come in.
Ah, yes. The custom filters. Tell me more about those.
So it's like, imagine you're trying to find a needle in a haystack, right? But instead of blindly digging through, you can tell the search engine to only look for needles that are a specific shade of silver, have a certain weight, and were made in a particular year.
Okay, that's a pretty awesome analogy.
Right. So in the context of Dex Screener or Dex tools, you can set filters for minimum trading volume, minimum liquidity, certain price fluctuations, the number of holders, all sorts of criteria to weed out the tokens that don't fit your investment style.
So instead of being overwhelmed by, like, a mountain of random tokens, we can zero in on the ones that actually match our risk tolerance and what we're looking for.
Exactly. It's all about being laser focused in a world of distractions.
Love it. Now, earlier you mentioned call channels, which honestly sounds like a whole other level of this meme coin matrix we're trying to plug into.
Oh, yeah. The call channels. Get ready to enter the world of meme coin hype, where fortunes are made and lost based on whispers and rumors.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Basically, these Telegram channels, they act as like early warning systems for what's hot and what's not in the meme coin world.
Okay, so it's like a digital trading floor. But instead of guys in suits yelling buy and sell, it's anonymous avatars with laser eyes.
Pretty much. You've got seasoned traders, self-proclaimed Dijins, and everyone in between all sharing their hot takes on which meme coins are about to go to the moon.
So how do we know which channels are actually worth paying attention to? Is it just about separating signal from the noise?
It can feel that way sometimes, but the guide, it mentions this tool called Call Analyzer Bot.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw that mentioned.
It basically keeps tabs on all the major call channels and tracks which tokens they're promoting, so you can see if a token is being shilled by like a channel with a proven track record or just a bunch of bots trying to pump and dump.
Okay, that's actually really helpful. So to recap, we've got our wallets ready to go. We're plugged into Dex Screener and Dex tools for that Bloomberg terminal experience, and now we're tapping into the meme coin grapevine with these call channels.
You've got it. We're practically pros at this point.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've found these tokens, but how do we actually know if they're worth investing in? How do we separate the future Doge coins from the inevitable rug pulls?
Now that, my friend, is the million-dollar question, isn't it? And that's where the real detective work begins.
Okay, I'm putting my detective hat on.
Uh-huh.
What's first on our list of clues?
Mm-hmm.
So the guide mentioned two main ways to size up these meme coins. Extensive due diligence, which, okay, I get it, and live new pairs trading.
Yeah.
And that one makes me feel like I need to be, like, surgically attached to my computer.
Yeah, those are pretty spot-on descriptions, I'd say. Think of it this way, extensive due diligence. It's like you're Sherlock Holmes, right? You're examining every single clue before you even think about placing a bet.
I can get down with that.
Right. And then there's live new pairs trading, which is, well, that's more like your Maverick, from Top Gun.
Okay, I love where this is going.
You're trusting your gut, reacting on instinct, all in the heat of the moment.
Feeling the need for speed.
Exactly. So yeah, which approach you choose, it definitely depends on your risk tolerance, how much sleep you've had, all the important factors.
For real. But let's start with, let's say, the more zen approach, the extensive due diligence. What does that actually look like when we're talking meme coins?
It's all about, looking past the hype, the memes, all that, and really trying to find those signs of a legit project.
Right, separating the wheat from the chaff.
Exactly. Remember those examples from the guide, the DI-ELF and the Vongers?
Oh, how could I forget? They've definitely made an impression.
Yeah, well, those projects, they actually did a lot of things right in terms of like pre-launch due diligence. They had really well-designed websites, really active Telegram communities with engaged developers.
Okay, so you're looking for signs that it's not just like some anonymous person in their basement who's about to disappear with everyone's money.
Exactly. You want to see evidence of a real team, a real community, maybe even a real vision, even if that vision is just, we're going to make a meme coin that makes people laugh.
Because, hey, even laughter can be profitable these days.
Oh, tell me about it. Okay, so that's extensive due diligence. Now, on the flip side, you've got live new pairs trading, What are we looking for there when a token's already out in the wild and every second counts?
Yeah, because that's where things start to feel a little more intense.
It definitely gets the adrenaline pumping. So, in those situations, Arcanessa really emphasizes looking at trading volume. High volume, it usually means there's a lot of initial interest.
Makes sense.
But, and this is important, it's not just about the amount of volume, it's the quality of that volume. Is it organic or are there signs of, you know, some shady stuff going on?
Right, we've got to put on our detective hats and look for any suspicious activity.
Exactly. And while you're at it, you're also checking how many callers are hyping up the token, maybe using that call analyzer bot we talked about.
Right, to see if the hype is legit.
And you want to see if those liquidity tokens have been, sent to the digital graveyard.
Burned. Right, because that means the developers, they can't just run off with the funds.
Exactly. Now, you might be thinking, wait, these criteria, they sound a lot like the extensive due diligence stuff. And you know what? You'd be right.
So whether we're doing our research before the launch or jumping in at the last minute, it's still all about figuring out, is this project the real deal?
Exactly. It's just about using different clues, different tools to get to the bottom of it.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Right.
But let's be real, even with all the due diligence in the world, there's still a chance, maybe a big chance, that we could get rug pulled, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's an occupational hazard in the meme coin world, which is why knowing what to avoid, it's just as important as knowing what to look for.
Okay, so let's talk about those red flags, those giant flashing neon signs that scream, danger, turn back now.
Let's do it. The guide, it lays out 4 major red flags that should make you seriously question whether a project is legit. Unburned liquidity pool, that's a big one.
Yeah, that one sounds terrifying. It's like you're stepping into a casino where you already know the house is rigged.
It's even worse because at least in a casino, you know the rules. With an unburned liquidity pool, it's like the rules can change at any moment and you're left holding the bag.
Okay, so how do we avoid that?
Well, luckily, Arcanessa gives us some tools to fight back. The Solana Telegram bot, Dex Screener, Photon, these can all help us sniff out those unburned liquidity pools.
Awesome. Okay, unburned liquidity pools, check. What's next on the rug pull hit list?
Keep an eye out for uneven token distribution. If you see like a tiny number of wallets holding a massive chunk of the token's red flag.
So it's like, I don't know, finding out that 99% of all Doge Moon tokens are held by one dude named Chad living in his mom's basement.
Exactly. That's not exactly a recipe for a decentralized and democratic meme coin, is it?
Not at all.
That kind of concentration of ownership, it just makes the project way too easy to manipulate. Remember that example from the guide? The developer, they burn the LP tokens to make everyone think everything's cool, then bam, massive token dump, price crashes, everyone's left wondering what hit them.
Ugh, classic.
A wolf in sheep's clothing. That's why before you even think about buying, you got to check that token distribution. Telegram scanning bots, websites like rugcheck.xyz, they can be your new best friends.
Got it. Okay, so we've covered unburned liquidity pools, shady token distribution. What's next?
Enabled mint authority.
Okay, that one sounds a little more technical. What is that exactly?
It is a bit techy, but basically it means that the developer, they've still got the power to create more tokens whenever they want.
And why is that bad?
Because every time they create more tokens, it's like diluting the supply. So your tokens, they become worth less and less.
I get it. Kind of like finding out that those limited edition sneakers you bought are actually mass-produced in a factory somewhere.
Exactly. And again, Photon, rugcheck.xyz, they can help you check if that mint authority has been disabled, which is what you want to see.
Perfect. All right, we're on a roll here. 3 for 3 on avoiding rug pulls. Hit me with the last one.
All right, this one might seem a little counterintuitive. It's when the liquidity pool is actually larger than the market cap.
Wait, hold on. Isn't more liquidity usually a good thing?
It usually is, but in this case, it can actually be a sign of something called a honeypot.
A honeypot. Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
So imagine this, the developers, they create this huge, juicy liquidity pool, right?
Okay.
But it's all a trap. They're just trying to lure in unsuspecting traders, make it look like the project's way bigger than it actually is.
So it's like that saying, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Exactly. So always be wary of those unusually massive liquidity pools, especially if something else about the project feels a little bit off.
Got it. A healthy dose of skepticism is never a bad thing in the meme coin world. This has been amazing. I feel like we've gone from meme coin newbies to, well, maybe not experts, but definitely more informed investors.
I'd say you're well on your way. Remember, the meme coin world, it's constantly changing. So the key is to never stop learning, never stop asking questions, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find that next moonshot.
Words to live by. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride through the world of Solana meme coins. Until next time, happy trading, and may the meme magic be with you.